So I had a very productive day yesterday and I'm planning to follow the similar pattern today. And in this video, I'm mostly going to talk about something which I'm learning new, and that is called peptides. I never knew before like couple of weeks what peptides are. I know what proteins are, but after that I started reading. One of my friend gave me this book about like peptide protocols. He himself is experimenting with external peptides, and it got me a bit intrigued to know more about it, and I'm just learning about it. So in this video I'm going to talk about, first of all, like how do I go and read from like online resources about something new, which might be helpful for someone. Like how do I take use of AI and how I structure my Notion notes, how do I do that, plus what are peptides, what my understanding is. Again, I'm in no means an expert on biology. Like I read biology in class 10th, and it's been, I think, now 14-15 years, my last biology session. But I'm interested in knowing like what proteins are, how our body works, how calories work, how nutrition in general works, because that what affects our body and brain. So that got me interested in reading more about peptides. This video mostly will be about peptides, and yes, accountability will be part of it. So I'll be sharing most of my updates, what's happening. Just to give a basic glimpse, it's already, I think, 12 p.m. now. From morning I had my workouts and I have finished my meditation session. The only thing which I'm working on now, going on to a session, is finishing up my payment integration on our website. So I have completed the UI part of it. I'll maybe show a demo today while ending this video, what we have done so far. Now I'm working on the backend side of it, and we are using Lemon Squeezy. Hopefully we will finish the whole payment integration today. Okay, so I'm here with Darshana, and she has a major in biology. She has done her PhD mostly in microbiology, so she knows much better in peptides than me. Darshana, what are peptides? As a noob, I want to understand what peptides are, because think of me as I don't know anything. I have just heard this word first time.
So for understanding of peptides, you should know first what are amino acids. So amino acids are the building blocks of protein. These are tiny molecules. Amino acid is composed of amide group and carboxyl group attached to a carbon chain. So amino acids make small fragments, means the tiny amino acids join together and they make peptides, and the peptides join together. Different kinds of peptides join together and make a protein.
So as a noob, like, it's again very overwhelming information of knowing the chemical composition of everything. Can I just say, like, if protein is a train and peptides are the coaches of that train, is it okay to say?
Yeah, it's perfect. It's perfect.
So
and
when we ingest protein, like for example, I'm taking my protein powder and then it goes into my stomach. My stomach intestines break it into peptides, and then those peptides travel through our bloodstream into individual cells wherever they are required. Is it right to say?
Yeah. So the protein is absorbed in our body in the form of peptides, and the peptides further get broken down into amino acids.
Okay, so basically, like, we need amino acids, and that's the major thing. And protein is the train, amino acids are the coaches. Sorry, peptides is the coaches, and then peptides is broken down into amino acids, and that's what helps us.
Yeah. The number of seeds in a coach is amino acid.
Number of seeds in a coach. Awesome. So yeah, this is what I also understood reading a bit about it. So this is again very interesting topic, because most of our body needs protein and amino acids, and this is what helps us. What I understood is proteins majorly broken down into peptides, and peptides broken down into amino acids, which our cells require to function normally, and without them it would not be possible. Now I was reading a bit more about it, like, because there are a lot of classifications of peptides as well. Major classifications are, because scientists needs to classify things, right, to understand it better. So they have classified based on length of them, based on size of them, based on structure of them, and the last is based on function of them. Now I'm not interested in all the other classifications. The major thing which I'm interested is in knowing like what the functions are, what like classification of peptides based on their functions. Now, according to this, what I found out, basically there are hormonal peptides, which is like something like insulin. Then there is neuropeptides, which are in our brain cells. And then there is antimicrobial peptides like defensins, which basically help us immune from bacteria and fungi. And there are some toxin peptides, which are generally found in venomous snakes. And this was very interesting to me because I'm interested in the top two of them, which is hormonal peptides and neuropeptides. Now, reading more about it, I found out like hormonal peptides are generally what insulin is. People inject insulin who are type 1 or type 2 diabetic. They inject insulin from outside. I had no clue what insulin was before this. I know like people do that. There is diabetic is a disease, but I don't know why it happens. Okay, so let me just quickly show you what currently I'm working on in my app. Okay. So as soon, wait, let me just, the mic is a problem. Okay. So as soon as, now this button is here, like all the pro features are hidden, and mostly what features are in the pro mode is you can upload a PDF, you can put embed code which is shared to the user, and also the capability to download this video which is created here is only for pro users. So if you click on it, as you can see, now we have this new pricing option which shows if you pay for monthly, which will be billed $84 yearly, and if you toggle for monthly, that will be $9 per month. And as soon as you click on this, we are using Lemon Squeezy, so you are redirected to this page. This is not built by me. This is all like Lemon Squeezy handling all the payment, billing, credit card and everything. I'm more interested in showing you how the process looks like. So basically you go here, this is like our website which redirects you to Lemon Squeezy, which will be here. So this is Lemon Squeezy, and then this is our server. Let's say this is our server. So user is redirected to this page. Now they complete the payment, and then Lemon Squeezy sends a webhook. So this part is done, the first part. If you see this section, so this is the first part which I have just completed. I'm working on the second part where this webhook is received. Let's call it webhook. As soon as this webhook is received to us, now we have to update the user that yes, they have made the payment, and we have to enable their profile for the subscribed user and redirect them back to the website so they can access all the cool pro features. So yeah, this is what I'm working on for my next 1 hour session. I'm pretty confident to finish it in like next 45 to 30 minutes, and we'll do a couple of testing because in such cases testing sometimes can be a bit tricky. I'll have to make new product which I can just subscribe in per day, and then we'll see if the recurring payments are working or not, and then I'll share this with my team to maybe take a look at it and give some feedbacks if they have. So today is Friday. The whole idea for this week's task was to complete this payment feature plus fixing the timeline, Zoom timeline issue, which we have already finished. And yeah, I think we are good. We can move on to the next week with our solid work, and we are like almost reaching to our deadline, and we are running smoothly so far. Okay, so overall I spent a bit of time on learning about peptides today, and I created my notes. In general, what I did, I mostly go with this first principle of learning, which is like if I don't know about peptides, what I would do, I would create a couple of questions as a noob which I have no idea about. So like peptides, I don't know what it is, so I just asked, I wrote down some questions. One was, what is, like, first of all, peptides, understanding it in a very first principle way, like I should know the very basics of it so my brain can start understanding everything extra which I am going to learn in the future. And then I asked these questions to ChatGPT, and then also confirmed it with Claude AI, because sometimes you cannot rely 100% on them. They have this tendency to hallucinate. So what I do is I most of the time go with ChatGPT, and the next time I go to Claude, and I make sure like both of the information are like similar, and that makes sure I cannot rely on like ChatGPT or Claude 100%. I can rely on them in coding, because in coding I usually test it myself and then I can confirm, okay, this is right or wrong. But if you are taking any information from them, you cannot 100% rely on them. Maybe they hallucinated and you never knew, and you got a bad information like feed it to you. So yeah, that is one thing which I do. And secondly, then I wrote down like what are the implications if you take it externally, how your body produces it naturally, and then I started diving like into it more. And today only I understood, like, okay, so insulin is a form of peptide which is taken externally by patients of diabetes. And generally why diabetes happened, I understood that. What is type 1 diabetes, what is type 2 diabetes. Before reading about all this, I never knew what that is. I thought those are like scales of diabetes, like if initially you have type 1 then type 2. It's not exactly like that. Those two are very different scenarios. Type 1 diabetes is your own body starts killing your insulin creating cells, which is a disease which happens, that is type 1. And in type 2 diabetes, your production level of insulin is not sufficient to control the glucose level in your body. So yeah, pretty insightful day in terms of like learning about peptides. My learning about them will keep on going. I would say like I just etched the surface of it, the learning of about it. And in future I am also planning to experiment it with peptides. So before that, basic learning is required. Regarding my work, so I was supposed to finish that backend today, but I found out like there are some complications on that. And to be honest, this was a bit of a procrastination day as well. In the day I ate heavy lunch, and after that I did not feel working that much, so I just spent 1.5 hour making that backend. But yeah, so I've added the webhooks. The webhook triggering is happening now. I have to write the code to handle it and update the user profile, which I'll be doing tomorrow. So tomorrow is Saturday. I generally do not take weekends off since I started working for myself, and Sundays are generally when I do not touch computer or mobile as much. Not like tech detox every Sunday, but I avoid going towards like technology. In the evening I was feeling like I wanted to motivate myself, so I thought let's go get a haircut, and that's what I did. I got a new haircut. And there is a very good sushi place nearby which is called Yakizushi in Goa. I went there, had one sushi. I think I ate a bit more than I like planned earlier. And yeah, it's getting very, very hot in Goa this month. It's already like April, and I don't know, that it's very hot, and I think this haircut will help a bit to cool down. So most of the tasks, let me just go through the task list, right? So reading a book, personal AI project, I could not complete anything on that. So freelance project, I did sit and worked on a couple of things. YouTube, I'll be editing this video and created most of it. Reading a book, I'll do after finishing this video. Definitely I'll be sitting, I think, more than 30 minutes today. And then meditation is also pending today. So before sleeping, I'll make sure I meditate. So only thing which remained today is like my personal AI project. I couldn't work on that, the AI note taking app. Tomorrow is Saturday, and I think I'll be a bit busy. Sunday I'm going out, and next week I'll again focus a bit more on that. As we are nearing to this deadline of 5th May to release this Mac app, I think my time on this note-taking app will not be as much as I earlier anticipated. But yeah, overall, pretty productive day. I did learn a new things. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll be creating another one. And again, I noticed since I have like started putting videos more consistently this week, I noticed my subscriber count is going up again. I'm almost at like 347 subscribers or 46, which were like 340 last week. So 7 new subscribers, and welcome to everyone on this journey of mine in the 2024. We'll be building new things, new cool tech, and I'll be sharing my progress almost daily on these accountability vlogs. Okay, see you in the next one.